marathon is a day for realizing dreams, 40,000 of them. But for one runner, today is actually the culmination of an important journey he's been traveling for some time. And Tracey Strahan has his story.
Jeff Schulman is no stranger to heavy lifting. In fact, for nearly 30 years of his life, the bulk of the weight was on him.
3.5 years ago, I weighed 414 pounds.
But look at Jeff now. The days of his size 60 waistline are now a distant memory.
These are the pair of pants that I wore, right before I started on the diet.
And if that wasn't enough, he's setting an even loftier goal, running in this year's New York City Marathon.
I've always been an all-or-nothing kind of person, and, so I guess I've just taken it from one extreme to the other.
Jeff says the wake-up call regarding his weight came when he turned 30.
Getting up and down from the subway and walking upstairs and just, day-to-day life. It was hard walking a couple of blocks without getting out of breath.
He finally contacted a doctor for guidance, and her advice was to get moving. At more than 400 pounds, it started with a simple stroll.
At first, it was literally walking one further subway stop away from the closest subway stop. The walk felt a little too easy one day, and I started running.
With each step of the marathon, Jeff says he'll be remembering the long journey it took for him just to get to this point, and it will become particularly poignant when he gets here to mile number 17 in the race.
I've lived on First Avenue, just off First Avenue, right by mile 17, for about 8 years now. Obviously, I lived there when I was over 400 pounds, and to run by there and run past the pizza store I used to go to every day, it's going to be pretty fun.
To date, Jeff has managed to lose nearly 235 pounds. But in maintaining his marathon weight, some of his beloved favorites had to go by the wayside.
My big problem was always pizza, and as a New Yorker, I have not had a single slice of pizza in 3.5 years, and it's like against my DNA almost.
In each of his practice races, Jeff says he's getting faster every time. His method of weight loss is now a lifestyle that he hopes to carry with him across the finish line.
If it gets tough, I think I'm going to think back to where I come from and use that as the motivation.